Good day, my lovely friends. This video is about Avid Gardener and the struggles she is having on her channel. First, her husband's channel got demonetized. Then she did a video of her fixing up her boat. And then YouTube did something to it. I think took it down or something. I will insert her little explainer here. And then I will continue with my reading. The other thing is that she has been trolled mercilessly, including death threats. Now, this is something that happened some time ago, and she's only recently been contacted by the police to give her her statement about the death threats she received, and her husband received. Somebody threatening, apparently, to put a bullet in her and her husband's heads. So, something very, very serious. All right, so before I start with Avid Gardener's reading, I'm just going to give you a brief update about my son, who had the 19-year-old who had the double mastectomy. If you're not interested in that, I will put the timestamp and you can just skip forward. Happy poppet. I am enough. I always hope for him that he would feel like he's enough. And this here actually reminds me of the mastectomy cushion that he's got, that he puts on his chest. So I'm really hoping and praying that he does not regret this decision. So I can't thank you all enough for all the message of kind support that you sent me, all the love, all the kindness. It was really, I was sitting in the hospital waiting for him to come out, and I was so concerned about, something going wrong or whatever. But you all gave me such beautiful messages of strength and hope. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, the paper aeroplanes, the messages flying through the air. And I know a lot of you have watched my videos religiously but have never commented on any. But on that video, so many of you commented, even for the first time, and sent prayers and love and good wishes. It really made a very big difference, strengthening me to be able to support my son. So he's a transgender son, born female, now identifies as male. Obviously, I'm very worried at 19. That's such a massive decision to make. And it's somebody in one of my comments said, oh, you shouldn't encourage him. I didn't encourage him, but I supported him. He's 19. It's his decision to make. He's left home. He's got himself a full-time job, and he's paid for the surgery himself. And so these leaves here remind me of, with our children, sometimes we can advise them and try and guide them as best we can, and then we just have to let them go and find their own way, because life is their journey to walk. So yeah, it was a very difficult time. I was very concerned. Such a big step, such a terribly big operation, and then so he got sent home, as they do in Australia. They send you home the same day. And then that night, the next night, he was feeling very unwell, and shield of crystals. He wanted me to be his protector. He was feeling so unwell. He said, Mum, I think I need to go to the hospital. And that's when he actually had an allergic reaction to the codeine. So every time he was taking more codeine, he was feeling sicker and sicker and sicker. But so I had to take him to the hospital, and they figured it out, gave him new medication. And since then, he's been getting better. Yeah, the shield also, see where it is, over the heart, where the breasts were. And he definitely had terrible gender dysphoria. And if you don't know what that means, is it's you feel traumatized by certain aspects of your gender. And he developed early. He hit puberty at 10 years old. And I think perhaps he had some unwanted sexual attention. And that's what caused him to hate his breasts, basically. Dance the rainbow. Rainbow, there I am. I love to have beauty in my life. Yeah, and love, unconditional love is hard. It's hard when people you love, you see them making what you think is a mistake. But, yeah, it's our job as parents to advise and guide and shepherd them as much as we can, and then walk alongside them. And so I was at his house for almost a week after the operation, and then he had his surgical drains out, and when the surgical drains came out, he was in less pain, still quite a bit of pain, but he was able to be more mobile, still fairly restricted, but I've cooked up a whole bunch of meals, put them in his fridge and his freezer, and of course I'm only half an hour away, so if he has any trouble or anything that he needs, he can ring me and let me know, and I can sort him out. So the good news is that the operation was successful, and other than the reaction to the medication, there've been no complications. So oh yeah, and then the day after that, the day after I had to take him into hospital for the reaction, he was feeling bad again at night, and it turned out that he was dehydrated, and he didn't think it was dehydration because I was asking him, how much did you drink? And he's drunk a lot of water. And then I asked him about, how much is he peeing? And he said he was peeing a lot, more than normal. I said to him, that's the problem. If it's all passing through you, then you can still get dehydrated, even if you drink a lot. So he had to have some salt, and then the water was able to be retained in a healthy way. And then the dehydration was able to be resolved. So, yeah, he was very, very grateful to have me there. And it was hard. It was hard to support somebody doing something that that's not a decision I would have made, and I did not encourage it. But, when you love somebody, you support them through thick and thin. Okay, so when I see the chameleon card on my playback, I'll know that this is where we get over to Avid Gardener, Fiona. So some people are coming onto her channel and mass reporting her channel, pretending to be normal people, but she thinks it's bots, mass reporting her channel, and then that's taking the video down. So I don't know, they're mass reporting the video, and it's taking the video down. Yeah. Oh, I will play that video of hers now so that you can see what's going on.
Hey YouTube, you bunch of nitwits. I have spent all day working on the boat, doing a video. It's totally family friendly. The odd F-bomb. Nothing shocking. Most kids know the F-bomb. Restrictions on the video. Again, as usual. Hey YouTube, nitwits. Did you get the memo that one lady has been arrested, charged and is in court with her third court appearance coming up? And did you get the memo that a second person has been arrested? Why don't you wake up before you and your bots destroy YouTube? In the meantime, peoplings, you normal earthlings, human beings. My video today is being uploaded on X and on Graham's channel. YouTube have actually deleted comments of my own on my own videos, and no, they're not any more offensive than any of your comments, like hello Fiona, and I'll reply hello Daisy or whatever. Little side note, peeps, thank you West Yorkshire Police last night for calling me up and finally taking my statement against Diane Durham. Oh, didn't you get that memo, YouTube? Oh, YouTube, I think you're being kept out of the loop here. Oh dear, YouTube. Thank you all very much for listening.
Okay, so you can see she's got some problems, and so I will leave the link below to her husband's channel so that you can see that video that she was talking about, the one that got taken down. Someone who's, this is usually my beyond the grave kind of card, somebody who's passed on, but in this situation I'm looking at it as somebody who's out of reach. And so not necessarily Meghan Markle trying to take Fiona down, but some sugar who's now going through another sugar, who's going through another sugar to take Fiona down and make her life a misery. And so you might find that it's several times removed from who the actual person is who's trying to do this, and that actual person could be the person who made threats against Fiona, because that person now has been arrested. They had made all these threats and nothing happened, and then they made a threat against Buckingham Palace, and then suddenly they were arrested, and they appeared in court and they said, yes, I did it, but I'm going to plead not guilty. So beavering away, beavering away. Somebody in the background is beavering away, trying to bring Fiona down. There's something that Fiona has done in the past, someone she supported that someone doesn't like. And it might be this Durham lady who is now before the courts. The lady with a blindfold on, feeding the swans these bubbles. So I'm getting that this is an intermediary feeding YouTube rubbish reports. So the bubble is empty. Yeah, somebody causing trouble. Somebody. But why? Why? Why is somebody trying to cause trouble for Avid Gardener and her husband? Because her husband got demonetized the other day as well. Not for anything he had done, just somebody causing mischief. Why? Lust. Somebody is jealous. Somebody is jealous. They're jealous, perhaps, of the relationship that Fiona has with her husband. They're jealous of the lifestyle Fiona has. They're jealous of the following Fiona has. They're jealous that people listen when Fiona speaks. They're jealous of Fiona's good reputation. Could be any or all of those. Of course, I'm only reading the cards. This is all supposition. Somebody with low self-worth is behind this whole thing. Strength. Somebody thinks that by making somebody else small, they will become stronger. By tearing somebody else down, they feel stronger. Which, of course, is just an illusion, because that's not how being a strong person works. Denial. This person is going to deny that they did anything wrong. So it might well be somebody in that Durham lady's camp, one of her supporters, followers. Cycles. What goes around comes around. Yeah, she's going to get her comeuppance. She is really going to get her comeuppance. The Durham lady. I don't know if she's the one who managed to get the mass reporting on Fiona, though. Justice is blind. That Durham lady is going to find that justice is blind. She's not going to get special treatment. Up until now, people haven't been that concerned about what she said on the internet. But since the riots in the UK, they've gone all out on hate speech, and people have been put in jails for 2 or 3 years for inciting violence or saying hateful things online. And she crossed the line. She was really stupid when she made the threat against Buckingham Palace. Complicated. Yeah, I'm just getting that there is a complicated, tangled web behind what's happening with Fiona. And it might actually be more than one person causing a trouble. It might be this Durham lady, it might be her followers, and then there might be some other sugars, totally unrelated. I'm not sure what Fiona has done to upset people so much. Invisible. It's because Fiona's not invisible. Fiona has a high profile. Fiona is a kind person. Fiona tells it like it is. And it could even be, for some of them, you know, they said something and Fiona said, oh, bullshit, I don't agree with you, because she's brash, that's what she does. And that person might have got offended and then got fixated on Fiona. So it might not even be anything semi-logical. Let's ask a couple more cards. Somebody's trying to take Fiona down, but they're digging their own grave. This will be her downfall, well, at least for the Durham lady. Somebody is jealous. Somebody is jealous. This lady is growing these plants in this greenhouse, but they're carnivorous and they're going to eat her alive. Yeah. What do you think? Who do you think's behind it? There've been quite a lot of sugars and trolls and disgusting people online. Who do you think's behind it? And do you think they're after Fiona particularly, or just after people who shine a spotlight on Megan's lies? What do you think is going on here? Remember to like if you do and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out the channel. So I'm getting 3 people involved. 3 people involved. At least 3 people involved. Trying to make Meghan Markle look good. Whether or not Meghan Markle knows about it, I'm not sure. But they've been inspired by Meghan Markle, that's for sure. They've been inspired by Meghan Markle. That's what I'm getting with that card. And the underlying, unmasking. So the Durham lady's been unmasked and is now before the courts, and I wonder if others might be unmasked as well. Difficult to tell. Anyway, my lovelies, what do you think of all of this? Thank you for all your kindness, your love, your prayers, and may the angels walk with you wherever you go.